This is drawing three, our tonal drawing. And this is a charcoal project that will kind of be continuing on because, yeah, year one, you did a charcoal project, depending on what year it was. It might have been um, like a collage on the hallway that you would have overlapped images, or that now has become our drawing two project. And our drawing one project now is doing still life, so we can kind of practice more drawing from life, because I noticed that colleges are looking for, when you do a portfolio, they want to see your ability to draw with an object in front of you, kind of thing. That's why it was what we were lacking. So that's one thing. That's the reason why we went to still lives later on. So you might have missed that, or you might know exactly what I'm talking about. So drawing three is taking this to the next level, that you are going to not work with white paper, but you are going to work with a colored paper. It's still going to be a charcoal pastel paper that you have to ask me for, because we have different colors. And remember, charcoal and pastel paper have these grooves in it. So when you take your charcoal and you strike it against the paper, the ridges help kind of catch that, and it's designed for it. Some people like that. Some people hate that, because sometimes you can still kind of see that lines in there, but that's what it's for. I believe the paper has a smooth side and a textured side, and you're supposed to draw on the textured side. But if you really don't like that, that's fine. You can draw on the smooth side, but it does have to be colored. And the reason why is because I want you, as an artist, to only use two colors, which is going to be your white charcoal and your black charcoal. Okay. And this will allow you to really focus in on kind of more of an extreme side of your highlights and your shadows. So as you can see on this first picture here of this young lady, the artist really uses, that color in the background to help, kind of define a little bit more of the shadows, but then they'll go in with black and really kind of pick up, the deeper shadows in the eyes and, inside part of the hair, and then really heavily use white to try to pull out those highlights. Okay. Next one is, pretty realistic. It doesn't have that dynamic feel, but just technically a fantastic piece. The cat here is a great example of a little more of what I'm looking for, where there's an even balance, of black and white. They don't use the color of the paper too much in the piece, as a part of it. Like this one really uses it. So, I mean, basically all of these would get a really good grade. This one is not the dynamic that I'm trying to get you to work with. These two are. This one could use more blacks. This one is perfectly matched. So I guess out of all these so far, I would say the cat is the one that would get like the higher A. Okay, like you would still get an A minus if you did this, because like, gosh, that's really good. But I would say, why don't you go in and try to use the whites that are in here, because I'm trying to teach you a technique on this, and to see how proficient you can get at it. Okay, because obviously if you're in drawing three, you're already amazing, kind of thing. So let's push it. And a lot of times, what pushing it means is actually limiting what you have available to use. I remember, sorry, go off on tangents. I remember an art teacher in Sparta, Wisconsin, was trying to get me to get a national board certification, which is a lot of work and money, and and you can't really earn that money back. It's just nice because you can literally go to any state and not have to get a teaching license for that state, because you were recognized at a national level, and you can teach anywhere you want. But I was like, well, I'm kind of planning on staying in Wisconsin all the time, so I don't really see a point in getting it. But one of the projects that she was given, she was sent like three or four really ugly colors of construction paper, and she had to make a sculpture out of it. And what we do for visual arts class, which is our high school art competition we try to do every year, they do limit, what you can use, because as an artist, you want to not feel like you have every tool available, but how creative you can be when you limit what you have. Okay, and that's what this project's a little bit about, because you're only going to use black and white. You're not going to use a gray. You're going to use any colors or anything like that. This is really focusing in on strong shadows, strong highlights on a colored paper. And so you can try to incorporate that colored paper in your design as well. Okay. Watch this video demonstration here. Again, remember, type that in on YouTube. It's about 11 minutes and 10 seconds long. And then this is your warm-up for the project. Complete the 5 to 7 step value scale below in the video, as well as a sphere. Use black and white charcoal. So within this video demonstration, this is at, and here is a video of the final piece that's right there. Now they're using they're not using a black, they're using like an earth tone. I forgot what that's called, like a sangreen or something like that. So yours is going to be black and white kind of thing. So just get the values in there. The ball here is super important because it shows, the colored paper that's being used right there. That's a part of your design. Okay. And that's a big part that the CAD doesn't have. It kind of does, because you can kind of see this color, within here. So it is, I take it back. It does have it. It does have it. So basic directions, watch the video, do the exercises, find a photo or make a photo yourself. This gets into the idea again, as especially at your level, you might be considering, going into art as a career. And artists or designers, really need to develop their own stuff. So you want to do your best to try to move beyond finding a picture on Pinterest, and saying, I'm going to do this today, kind of thing. But actually work with your own photography skills, work with lighting, try to set up a shot, take a picture of it, and then you can work from that. Okay. If you want to just not even draw anything, not focus on trying to, find something, take a picture of, and you just want to just draw from your head, just explain, kind of what direction you're going to go with it. I try to be as flexible as I can. You just kind of shoot me your idea, so I can try to make sure that you're on the right track to get that A-, to make sure that we're on the same page. But again, find 3 different ideas, and if you can't have a photo, try to explain it, and we're just going to go from there. Sketch out a design and work on and adding the darks and the lights, and then obviously take a photo, frame it, and kind of go from there. So grading wise, strong highlights, 25 points. Strong shadows, 10. I don't know why I have it that way. They should be the same. So I might change that. You might not have the updated version of that, but next time I do this, I probably will. So those should be even, because they're both even. Drawing is well done. No tracing, which means you cannot use the projector. The exception on that is if it is your own photograph that you did, then I'm okay with it. Because that's your piece. And if you want to, you can use that transparency colored slide request sheet, in resources on the folder resources, and let me know, and I can give you a transparency and you can blow it up if you want to. This is on an 18 by 24, so that's our largest drawing we ever do, and it's the same size we always do our charcoal pastel, because you can't get in as easily to get those fine lines. I am starting to build up charcoal or pastel pencils, but in your kit, if you are at home, I will try to remember to send you both, a white pencil, charcoal pencil, and a black charcoal pencil, so you can really get in and get the details if you really want to, which is fantastic. So other than that, I hope you understand everything. If you have any questions, just let me know, and go look on the project.